One of the most intriguing results from this paper on KGMEL is how it dramatically reduces ambiguity in linking entities, making it easier to match a mention like Durant in a sentence to the right basketball player in a knowledge base, almost like turning a foggy photo into a clear picture by adding extra context.
That's spot on, Ben. To achieve this, the framework starts with a generation stage. It uses vision language models. Think of them as smart assistants that combine what they see in images with what they read in text to create high-quality triples for each mention. For example, if you have a mention about someone in a film, it generates connections like instance of human or appeared in movie, which act as building blocks to enrich the mention's description.
Building on that, another fascinating result is how KGMEL improves overall linking accuracy by integrating these generated triples with the existing knowledge graph, leading to better matches that feel more intuitive and context-aware, as if you're not just reading a story but also seeing the full family tree of the characters.
Exactly, and this comes from the retrieval stage. Here they use contrastive learning to blend text, images, and those triples into a unified representation for each mention and entity. Imagine contrastive learning like training two magnets to attract similar items while repelling dissimilar ones. It helps pull the right entity candidates closer by comparing how well the mention's features align with the knowledge base's structure.
That's a great analogy. We've also seen that KGMEL excels in handling noisy or irrelevant data, resulting in more precise entity selections that outperform traditional methods. Kind of like sifting through a messy toolbox to quickly find the exact tool you need without getting distracted.
Right, and that's where the re-ranking stage kicks in. It refines the triples for the candidate entities and taps into large language models to pick the best match. Picture this as a final judge in a talent show who looks at the refined performances and decides the winner based on the most compelling story. Here, it's evaluating how well the entity's triples align with the mention's context to avoid any mismatches.
Absolutely. And one more key outcome is how this approach makes multimodal entity linking more robust in real-world applications, like semantic search, where it helps disambiguate entities more effectively by weaving together visual, textual, and structural threads into a cohesive narrative.
To wrap it up, the big takeaway from KGMEL is that by incorporating knowledge graph triples into multimodal entity linking, we get a more comprehensive and accurate way to connect mentions to entities. This could really impact fields like question answering and dialogue systems, making them smarter and more reliable for everyday use, without overwhelming us with complexity.